Making a boring task attractive is one of the best ways to get things on your to-do list done. It can be a challenge at first, but once you have the fundamentals in place, you might be surprised at how productive you can be. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Reese, and in today's video, I am talking about the practice of temptation bundling and why I believe it is an effective way to be more productive. This topic will be the last of the 5 videos that I have made on topics from the book Atomic Habits, which I believed would be valuable to use in the real world. I have left links in the description down below to all of the other videos if you like this one and were interested in watching any of them after. While you're down there, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate the support. Anyway, on with the video. So how temptation bundling works is pretty straightforward. The goal is to link an action that you want to do with an action that you need to do. The actions or activities that are linked can be really simple or really complex. That aspect of it doesn't matter too much. The outcome is what you should be caring about, and you should start to see 2 things occurring once you start doing it. The first thing that you should start to see happen is eventually you will do tasks that you might have been a little bit unmotivated to start in the first place. And the second aspect is that you will be more likely to find a boring behavior more attractive if you're able to do something that you really enjoy alongside it at the same time. This method is definitely one not to overlook. It can definitely boost productivity of people who like to procrastinate. All right, so with the example of what temptation bundling is out of the way, let's go through some examples to see how this could actually be applied. Let's say you needed a little bit of motivation to start exercising. So you might bundle this activity with something that's audio related. So let's say a podcast, an audiobook, or if you were really daring, let's say you limited your music intake so you could only listen to music while you were exercising. I know that if I had that hard rule set in place, as someone who loves listening to music, I would definitely be exercising or encouraged to exercise to be able to listen to music. I think it would, in the short term, be an effective way to convince me to go to the gym, go for a run, or whatever type of exercise I'm trying to do. That would be a good way to get me to that place. A good finance one would be to limit yourself so that when you decide you're going to go get takeout food for the end of the week or the end of the fortnight, that when you do that activity, you will review your finances or maybe your budget. This will do 2 things. It should theoretically regulate how often you're eating out, because for most people, I would say in Australia in particular, it's at least once a week, maybe once a fortnight, and I'd say that's pretty conservative. I reckon people would eat out a hell of a lot more than that. So when you're doing that, let's say you're doing it with your partner, you must review your finances, your spending, your budget, which does a good thing. It keeps you in check and accountable to what you're spending and how you're spending your money. And if you're someone who wants to understand your finances a bit better, this definitely could be a good set of activities to bundle together. As someone who works predominantly from home, that's me, I work from home almost every single day, I definitely do not get out of the house. So I have wanted to start going for walks, whether it be before work or after work. I've wanted to do that for my own mental health, just to get a stretch of the legs and just get out of home. Now, something I need to do is contact specific people for specific reasons. So I can bundle those 2 activities together where I take my phone, put my headphones in, call whoever I need to speak to while I'm on my walk, have that conversation, and then it's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, doing something I want to do with something I need to do, both positive outcomes in my opinion. For anyone who's a bit of a couch potato who finds themselves binge watching a lot of TV, you could bundle that with a lot of different household chore activities. Like, I'll just name a couple off the top of my head. You could find yourself folding the washing, you could probably do some ironing, or you could find yourself cooking some meals while binging that content. Everyone has an iPad these days or a laptop that they will watch stuff on. If your TV's in a different room, this could potentially be a solution where you get to watch what you're wanting to watch while doing something that you kind of need to do as well. Now, all of these suggestions might seem simple by nature, but there is no denying that by doing something that you need to do alongside something you actually want to do is going to make carrying them out that much easier. So now with what temptation bundling is and how you might actually incorporate some specific suggestions into your daily life explained out of the way, here is how to actually actually do it. The beauty of this is that it is such a simple thing to do. Literally, step number 1 is to write down a list of specific things that you want to do. As in like anything at all. You might want to play video games. You might want to hang out with your friends. You might want to watch TV. You might want to get ice cream. You might want to get a drink, and so on. Then step 2 comes into play. Write down everything you should be doing instead. You need to clean your house. You need to clean your car. You need to pay bills. You need to study. You need to exercise more. You need to tick things off of your to-do list, and the list goes on. Then once you have list 1 and list 2, the want list and the need list, bundle activities together. Pick one thing from this list and one thing from this list and just put them together. You want to hang out with your friends more, so schedule a catch up with them at the gym, or potentially ask them to go for a walk or a slow jog or a run if you're really fast and into that. You might want to watch TV, so pay your bills while you're watching TV. Basically just bundle things together and you'll start to see A, you be more productive, and B, the bad, mundane, boring challenges or tasks aren't so bad, boring, and mundane. This is pretty much all you need to do to get started. From here, consistency will be your best friend. I guess one thing that I kind of failed to mention is that you must stick to these rules. Like, you really need to give them a go. For example, that music and the gym scenario that I mentioned earlier, if you listen to music while you're at work or doing something else, the temptation is not going to be there to go and exercise because you're kind of giving in to the thing that you shouldn't be giving into. Ultimately, if you stick to these set of rules, it's going to condition you over time to associate going to the gym with being able to listen to music, which is the rewarding component. And eventually going to the gym will become the reward, and listening to music can be applied to different activities that you might want to bundle listening to music with. I've done this myself with a lot of different things throughout the past couple of years. A big one for me was playing video games, where I really struggled with video games. I'd play a ridiculous amount, and I would always bundle it with studying, where I would reward myself being able to play a video game after doing something productive. I found myself kind of slipping back into the same problem where I'm sitting at my computer and I want to play a video game. So what I've been doing now is using YouTube as a platform to kind of keep me motivated in doing something that isn't just playing video games, where I'll spend time writing a video or editing a video and then reward myself with being able to play the video game. In simple terms, I'm just telling you, the viewer, if you've made it this far into the video, good on ya, because for someone like me who is pretty productive and pretty disciplined, I still have my traps that I fall into if I'm not careful, and I can use this method and effectively say that I think it's a really good method because I've used it throughout my entire life. Read about it specifically in the book, but I have used it for basically my entire life in different ways, and it is an effective way to build good habits and also enjoy the things that everyone should be entitled to enjoy. I like the idea of promoting hard work with a little reward or perk at the end. Ultimately, it makes the things we put off seem a little less dreadful to kickstart and actually apply and incorporate into our daily lives. And that's pretty much it. Overall, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was insightful. I know it wasn't too long, but the concept of temptation bundling is a pretty simple one to grasp. I hope that you find it effective in your own world. I hope you actually get to incorporate it into your own life. And I hope that it is a useful tool that you use moving on into the future. It's something that can be used at any time, at any point in anyone's life. With that being said, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel down below. I really do appreciate the support. If you enjoyed it and made it this far, thank you so much for that support. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.